course, we begin with WDSU Investigates and a bombshell update in an NOPD sex abuse case.
That's right. New federal court records linked to a lawsuit by the victim says the former chief, Sean Ferguson, was warned about the potential sexual abuse of a minor. But days later, the child was assaulted yet again. WDSU reporter, investigative reporter Aubrey Killian uncovered the explosive court records. Aubrey.
The new records that I obtained show that former Chief Sean Ferguson got a text about potential sex abuse. According to the records, he does not recall telling anyone at NOPD about it.
My hope is that NOPD's leadership sees this as a wake-up call.
William Most is representing former NOPD officer Rodney Vickner's victim.
He had the freedom to commit one final sexual assault that should have never happened.
Records show in 2022, he pleaded guilty to violating a girl's civil rights, admitting that he locked her in his truck and touched her under her clothing. You didn't know that it was against the law to have sex with or to sexual relations with a child?
No, I knew that.
Court records state former Superintendent Sean Ferguson got this text from the head of the Office of Independent Police Monitor, now Sheriff Susan Hudson. It was about the potential sex abuse of a minor by an officer. According to the records, that same day, Hudson and Ferguson spoke by phone. Records state Hudson explained to Ferguson about, quote, possible crimes being committed by the officer. Hudson conveyed to Ferguson that the situation was, quote, urgent, danger to the child, and something needs to be done.
It was a bombshell that the chief of police personally received a text message warning him about potential child sexual abuse by an officer. And it was really troubling to hear that he could not recall any steps he took to cause that officer to be investigated.
And records state the then head of the NOPD's Public Integrity Bureau says that Ferguson did not tell her or anyone at PIB about the text message. She says that Ferguson had the power to ask PIB to pull an officer off the street and testified if Ferguson would have contacted her on that Friday, the investigation would begin on that Friday. The text was sent Friday, September 18, 2020. NOPD waited 3 days to open an investigation according to the new records. The records also show the final assault of the child by Vickner was September 23rd. On the 25th, Vickner was arrested. I spoke with the victim's family last year.
I'm just so sorry for my granddaughter because I think it will haunt her for many years.
As for Rodney Vickner, he died in prison this year. Reporting, I'm Aubrey Killian, WDSU News.
And the NOPD says as there is pending litigation, they are not able to discuss this matter.
Well, right now, jury